Okay, so for my next step in the eyeliner process, I am propping up my mirror with yoga blocks. Namaste. And I'm gonna do, I needed my hands free for the next step, which is the black pigment. And so, I'm gonna get a little pigment in the lid, and I'm gonna take my handy dandy brush that I talked about. Again, fine, a fine width. Let me see. Just to give you an example, here is an angled brush, right? They've got the same angle, but I don't know if you can see the tips. One tip is really fine and firm, and one brush is really soft and feathery. So this is a MAC brush, and I believe I might have bought this for, you know, crease cuts or eyebrows. I think I used to use it on with the eyebrow shadow, but this one's nice and firm. And really rub the pigment in, and then kind of want to put a disclaimer on this because I'm trying this. So I'm putting this here, and I'm just going to go along with my dotted line, and I can see the pigment falling. Okay, I want to get up under my eyebrows, and again, I don't want to stretch the skin. I just want to pat it, like patting, like kitty cat paws patting, like a gentle pressure just in the place. Let's see if I can get this just right. Maybe if I just kind of get scrappy with what you need. If you need a guide, you just rip it off to the point where it works for you. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye. I'm thinking I saved myself some cleanup. I'm just kind of going over that pencil. Yeah, so it's important. Like it saves. It'll save you a lot of work to create guides for yourself, where you want your line to begin, where you want your line to end. And I'm going to go across the top now, getting as close. Just little pads. I'm not stretching my eye. I'm kind of going down to my guide and just using the guide of the pencil to guide my powder. If I tried to do this initially with powder, it would have been a lot harder for me. The pencil allowed me to create a dotted line so that I could know where to go. Blend it in, meet it. So considering I have looser skin around my eyes, my line is relatively smooth and not super. I see a few places I plan on cleaning. So my line is relatively smooth and not super jaggedy compared to what it could be if I had stretched my eye out and then applied the color. There, how's that?
Great, very dramatic.
Very dramatic. You know, we want our eyes to pop. So here's the liquid liner. And again, this is not the one I'll be using. I'm going to be purchasing each, the first year I spent so much money on makeup. I thought, oh my God. The second year, and then each consecutive year, I just have added a few pieces. So I'm going for the Stila all day, Stila Stay All Day black. Who knows, I may end up wearing it too as regular makeup depending on what I'm doing. So with all of that, it makes it much easier to then paint the liquid over. I'm not promising 100% perfect. Using my finger to kind of anchor. Again, not stretching the eye. You always want to find an anchor, so you've got to a good and then I can kind of fill it in. I could get it closer to my lash line. Ooh, and I can feel that little bit of a sting of the alcohol that comes in liquid. This particular liquid eyeliner. It's not bad, it's not horrible, it's just, I am aware of it. How's that?
Wow, that's great.
Kind of fan it. And I'm trying not to make any particular facial expression because while it's wet and having more of a hooded eye, it could all end up on my eyelid. And again, my pencil helped me guide with the dotted line. So for the stuff that's more movable, harder to place,
That's great. So you can see how much smoother it is.
yeah. There's something really striking about a liquid eyeliner.
Yeah.
Again, and then that way I can very neatly kind of paint the line to be smoother. This side's a little more awkward for me because I'm right-handed. I could probably even get that smoother, but we're gonna go with that. So I'm gonna let the eyeliner dry before I do anything else, so if you wanna cut.